Hi, my name is Kelly Burrell, and I want to ask you if you've ever wondered what if it was possible to transform your mood in minutes? Because let's face it, you may have noticed life tends to throw curveballs. It's hard and it comes at you fast. And sometimes you may find yourself so stressed that you're putting on a smile for everyone else, but inside you're a hot mess. And I think sometimes we think that if we can just look okay on the outside, that somehow it'll help to make the pain and the stress of everything on the inside stop and go away. But it doesn't work that way, and often we find ourselves searching for a way to get away from the pain by numbing it out. That's what leads to things like emotional eating, or maybe we need to, maybe you find yourself taking a few drinks at the end of the day because hey, you had a rough day, you deserve it, right? Hey, I can't tell you that I've never plowed through a quart of Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia ice cream. It happens to be my favorite, but I'll tell you what, the next morning, when I think about all the calories I ate, I'm thinking, man, I'm not going to fit into my favorite jeans next week. I'm not very happy about it. And I'll tell you, that's adding more stress to it. It may feel good in the moment, but over time, it's actually doing far more harm than good. But our society is not really set up for finding real solutions to these problems, though. We are programmed to numb out with food, alcohol, TV, social media, whatever it is. And it's often easier to fall back into these old habits than it is to find real solutions to the problem in the first place. Now, maybe we don't know how to handle it in the first, I mean, how to deal with the problem anyway. Maybe that's how we grew up, right? Many of us were not taught how to handle our emotions when we were kids. Instead, we were told to stop crying, grow up, get over it. And then we get into adulthood and we don't have the emotional skills that we need to succeed at this quote adulting thing, and we find ourselves getting overwhelmed. And then life, and we're busy with jobs and kids and all the other demands on our time, and we may not have the time or the money or the guidance and knowledge that we need to learn how to manage our own emotions instead of letting them manage us. And then, unfortunately, this dysfunction gets passed down to our kids. If we don't have the skills that we need to handle our own emotions effectively, we can't teach them what they need. And then we wonder why they're falling apart and they're so difficult to live with. But maybe they're just doing what they see us doing. So this is where I found myself 6 years ago. I actually found myself on the verge of a nervous breakdown from all of this. Life had hit me right between the eyes, and I felt like I was out for the count. My husband had been laid off several times and for many months at a time, and our finances were in the toilet. In fact, we barely had enough money to put food on the table. We had four little kids, and money was so tight that um, either I could pay most but never all of our bills and have nothing left over for food and gas and basic household necessities, or I could hold back some money for that and we'd get further behind on our bills. It was a no-win scenario. Also, two of our kids have intense health challenges and they've had to see many doctors and specialists and therapists, and our oldest has autism and he has an intense seizure disorder that has required numerous trips to the emergency room. And his autism has caused massive behavioral issues that became more apparent as he got older, and it caused him to explode out of control several times a day. Now, as you can imagine, this was really, really stressful. And under the strain of it all, my husband emotionally checked out, and I was left with all the weight of it on me. And I had to carry all of it. It was not good, but I did get really good at quietly toughing through it all. I'd put on a smile on my face whenever anyone would ask me how I was doing. But honestly, inside, I was desperate and dying. All this stress took its toll on me. And I found myself struggling to get to sleep at night. And then I'd wake up several times and just lay there, so that by morning, I actually felt more tired than I had when I went to bed. And I got angry with my kids all the time. I remember mentally standing back one day when I was yelling at them and thinking, wait, this isn't how I imagined myself as a mom. What happened? And I eventually got so numb from all the pain that I couldn't really feel it anymore. I would just put my head down, kind of like a bull, and I charged through my day, um, desperately wishing that things could be different, but losing hope that anything would ever change. And the problem is that you can't numb out pain without also numbing out joy. And so I lost my ability to feel joy and magic and happiness in my life. What I wanted more than anything else was relief from the pain. I wanted the financial problems to go away. I wanted the stress to go away. I wanted to feel happy again. I wanted my kids to know that I loved them, because when I was yelling at them all the time, they didn't know that I loved them. I wanted them to know that I loved them, and I wanted my husband to re-engage so that I didn't have to be a married single mom anymore. But I didn't see how this was going to happen. Well, then a miracle happened. A friend of mine showed up unexpectedly at my door with a bag full of essential oils. And I wasn't sure what to expect, but I had heard of them before, and I was curious. When she sat down at my dining room table and opened her bag, I was hit with the most amazing aroma. I could smell oranges and cinnamon and peppermint and lots of other things that I couldn't identify. And I remember we talked for a few minutes, but I don't remember what she said because I was so intrigued with opening all the bottles and smelling them. It was wonderful. I remember she surprised me when she told me that she was going to leave her bag with me overnight, as well as a book that would tell me how to use them. And quite honestly, when she left, I went crazy. I was so excited. I looked up lots of different issues in her book, and I used all the oils that it said to use. And that night I slept better. And the next morning I wasn't so cranky. And I remember being so sad when she came back to pick up her oils, and I thought, I have to find a way to get these into my home as quickly as possible. But the problem was that I knew I couldn't afford all the oils that I wanted. But I thought, you know what, maybe I can start with a few oils and build up my collection. So I found a way to pull the money together, and I bought my first kit of oils and a book to learn how to use them. I remember it cost almost $200, but I was stoked to be able to finally start making a difference in my family's health. And the first thing that I tried the oils for was sleep. This has been an issue for a long time. So I looked it up in my book, and I found that I had a few of the oils that it mentioned. So I started rubbing them on my feet. I wasn't sure why, but the book said to do it. So I've since learned why. But I started rubbing them on my feet every night, and I began to notice that I was falling asleep faster, that I was sleeping longer, and that I was waking up feeling rested in the morning. Folks, it was like a hallelujah moment. I was so excited about this. But there can be quite a learning curve with oils. I had my little kit, but I didn't really know how to use them. I needed a great big reference book to guide me and to tell me what oils to use for what issues. And though I had a few of the oils in my kit, there were many listed that I didn't have. Now, later, as I added those oils to my collection, my results got even better. As time went by, I learned how to use the oils daily for grounding and for self-care. And I began to notice that I wasn't having to muscle my way through each day like I was before. I kind of felt like I was waking up out of a deep, dark place. And I was discovering who I really was. And suddenly I felt like I was capable of being more than I ever had before. I was learning how to be happy again. I stopped yelling at my kids. I stopped being numb to everything, and I started to feel my emotions again. Not only that, but I also found that I could shift my mood in the moment by applying certain oils to certain places. This helped me to calm down quickly and increase my ability to handle stressful situations right then and there. Because guys, stress isn't going to go away just because you have tools. Life is still life. It's still stressful. But when you have the tools to handle it, it becomes infinitely easier. I did wish, especially when I got started, that there was a way to make it super convenient and easy to use them for exactly what I needed them for without having to refer to the book all the time, because I was married to my book practically. I had my little box of oils and my book with me everywhere I went. I was obsessed, but I wanted to find a way where it could be easier. So imagine what it would be like if you could, if you had what you needed to transform your mood. Goodness, if you could easily transform your mood in minutes. Now, I have shortly after I learned about the oils, I started sharing them with everybody that I could find. And so I've taught my Introduction to Essential Oils class to hundreds of people over the past 6 years. And I ask, what are your health priorities? And I started noticing that the same health issues were coming up over and over again. People wanted to feel less pain and less stress. They want to sleep better. They want to have more energy. They want to feel less anxious and sad and angry. And they want to be healthier. They want to feel more focused and peaceful as they go through their day. These are basic things. But what I was also finding was that the hardest part for using oils for new oil users was figuring out which oils to use for what issues, and then making sure that they had what they needed. So let me ask you, what if all the work was done for you? What if all the oils that you needed for a particular issue, for like these 10 main health issues, were already blended together in a bottle? And what if they were labeled so that you knew at a glance what benefit you'd be getting by using them? That would certainly take a lot of the headache and guesswork out of it, wouldn't it? Yeah. Now, what's interesting also is I discovered roller bottles. So this is a roller bottle. It's got a little roller thing on the top that you can just, rub it right on with. They are incredibly convenient and easy to use. Everything you need is already inside the bottle. So all you have to do is take off the lid, roll it right on, rub it in, and you are good to go. Breathe it in. You're going to start feeling those benefits really quickly. So what issues would you use them for? Well, what I found was that there were these top 10 health issues. We're really good at knowing what we don't want. And that usually includes things like feeling less pain, less stress, less sadness, less anxiousness, and less anger. And having blends to easily combat those issues would be worth having, wouldn't they? Well, not only that, but along those same lines, what if you had blends that could help you with exactly what you do want? Things like feeling more healthy, more rested, more energy, more focused, more peaceful. I wanted to make roller bottle blends for those issues too. Now, another cool thing about the blends is that you can save so much money because the right oils are pre-blended for you, so you don't have to buy the individual oils to get the benefits, especially when you're first getting started. Plus, you save time by not having to look up the basic things all the time. Now, like I said before, life is full of stressful situations, but when you have the tools to handle them effectively, it makes it infinitely easier to deal with. So if you could pull an oil out of your pocket and transform your mood in minutes, you'd be able to start rediscovering the joy and the magic and the happiness in your life. And I'm excited to be able to give you that opportunity. So I want you to be able to take advantage of this offer, because in it, you're going to get the 5 top essential oil blends that are specifically formulated to help you feel less of the stuff you don't want. You'll have at your fingertips oil blends that can help you change your mood in minutes. And these 5 blends are super simple to use because they tell you on the label exactly how you'll feel when you use them. And they come in a convenient roller bottle, so you can just take the lid right off and roll it right on your skin to get the benefits immediately. What are the blends? Well, I want to feel less anxious. I want to feel less sadness. I want to feel less pain. I want to feel less stress. I want to feel less anger. Just pick the corresponding oil and you'll be able to rub it right on. Now, you'll also get the top 5 essential oil blends specifically blended to help you feel more of the things you do want. Just like in the other one, the labels are going to tell you exactly what you want. You're going to have the roller bottle blends. It's going to be so convenient, and you're going to be able to, what are they called? I want to feel more healthy. I want to feel more focused. I want to feel more rested. I want to feel more energy. I want to feel more peaceful. All you're going to have to do is pick the oil that you want for the feeling that you want, roll it right on. You're going to feel so much better in just a short period of time. Now, I do want to tell you, these are not a magic bullet. I also want to teach you self-care skills, but this is going to be a fantastic start. Now, you may be thinking, but I don't know where to put them. That's fine. I have made an awesome guide, a powerful guide, to show you exactly where to put what oils to get the maximum benefits for that particular issue. Because like I said, the hardest part of using oils is knowing what to do when you take off the lid. And the cool thing about this guide is that you're gonna be able to put it on your phone, and it's going to be super easy for you to do this. Now, do you mind if I over deliver? Because not only am I so excited to share these blends with you, but I also want to include some really cool bonuses that you can't get anywhere else. Because I want you to learn how to implement these oils in your life. I can't drop by your house with my huge box of oils in my book, but I can give you tools to start. So what's the first bonus? You're going to get the Healthy Can Be Simple guide. And this is a handy dandy booklet that you can carry in your pocket, or you're going to get it in both digital and physical form, so you can also just keep it on your phone. It will highlight simple ways to use oils to support your body, along with what oils to use and how to use them. In areas like simple mood support, simple sleep support, simple seasonal relief, easy things, you're going to be able to start your essential oils education in a bite-sized way. Lots of other issues are in the book as well, so that's good. The next thing is, through all these years of teaching essential oils classes, I found that people wanted a community. They wanted a place to be able to go to get more information, to get questions answered, to just be able to get the support and encouragement that they need. So you're going to get exclusive access to our private Facebook group where we put all of this stuff. Also, you're going to get all the podcasts, all the new stories. You're going to be able to get on there and ask questions, get them answered, hear from other people. It's awesome. And it comes with a buddy pass that you can share with a friend. So this is awesome as well. Plus, another aspect of this community is having a way to ask your questions live. So you're going to have access to our live monthly Q&A calls. You'll be able to get on there, ask your questions to a real person, explain your situation if you need to, and really get the help that you need. Then you'll be able to hear the stories from other people as well. This is a super cool tool, and I'm excited to give you access to it. Now, I want you to hurry because this is a limited time offer. It's only available until the supplies are gone. But before we leave, I want to summarize all the awesomeness that you are going to get. So give me one moment, and I am going to share my screen so that you can see. Okay, so you are going to get 5 roller bottle blends that will address the top 5 health issues that people don't want. And that's a $47 value. And you're going to get the top 5 oil blends formulated for the issues that you do want help with, for the feeling more of what you do want. That's another $47 value right there. You're going to get at a glance instructions so that you know exactly where to put your oils. Folks, I am so excited about this. I wish I'd had this when I got started, because sometimes we're just trying to focus on just a few things when we first got started. We don't need tons of information. But if we can have just a little bit to start with and get good at that, then we can build up to more. So you're going to get at a glance instructions of exactly where you're going to put them. That right there is a $37 value. You're going to be getting the Healthy Can Be Simple guide so that you can easily learn simple ways to learn how to use essential oils in your life. That you're going to be getting the digital and the physical copies. So that's going to be easy for you to access that. That right there is a $9.97 value. You're going to be gaining exclusive access to our private Facebook group so that you can get lots of education and support and encouragement. And you'll start to learn how to use the oils and incorporate self-care and so many other things, because it is my passion to teach women how to wake up. I have this wonderful quote that I love. It says, "When sleeping women wake, mountains move." And I am passionate about helping women to do just that. And so that's what this community is going to help you to do, because all of this is going to be directed to help you manage your mood, manage your life, so that you don't have to keep turning into a volcano woman when it just gets to be too much. You're going to be able to wake up and rediscover yourself, rediscover the joy and the magic and the happiness in your life. And then you're also going to have access to these live monthly Q&A calls so that you can get questions answered in person, so that you can be a part of this community. Now, you may be wondering, you can see all of this has quite a high value. The total value of this is $334.97. But I want to give you a way to make it completely affordable for you. I want to be able to give you the kind of access that I wish I'd had when I first got started. And so for today, you're going to be getting all of this for $47, which I'm so excited to be able to offer this for you. Now, you'll see down below this video that there's a button to be able to buy. And believe me, I've got even more goodies along the line. But I'm just so excited for you. Like I said before, when sleeping women wake, mountains move. Are you ready to wake up? If you are, click the button down below and order your oils. And I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group. See ya.